So over the summer with the Criminal Enterprise DLC, on day one of that DLC, we got a total of, I believe, 4 cars and 1 helicopter that nobody uses, meaning that everything else is locked behind the drip feed, meaning that we had to wait weeks on end for the rest of the vehicles. Most times during the drip feed, we actually didn't get a car on certain weeks. There was one time where we went 2 weeks without getting the new car, that being the Kanjo SJ. We went 2 weeks without getting that, so it was pushed back by 2 weeks, pushing everything else back by 2 weeks. And it was very annoying and very frustrating that we had to wait weeks on end to get the cars we could have got on day one. So there's people like me who had $30 million saved to spend on DLC just to only have 4 cars to buy. But now the drip feed is over. Now that they finally added the last drip-fed vehicle, that being the Sentinel Classic wide body, it's a Benny's variant. Me personally, I don't believe Benny's vehicles should be a drip feed thing, considering that most cars are already in the game. Just make them, day one cars, and just be able to convert them on day one instead of just doing all of that. I did want to go ahead and just show off all the cars that I got from this update. I didn't buy all the cars. There's like 2 cars I didn't buy. I'll have them up on screen. The ones I didn't buy was actually the Reinhardt, which is the BMW hatchback. And that being because it's a hatchback, and I'm not really a big fan of hatchbacks, so I didn't want to buy it. I have 2 garages. There's one full garage and one that's half full. Full garage is attached to an apartment that I actually own over here. And that's where I have the main cars from this DLC that I drive. And then across town is a detached garage, and one half is from this DLC, the other half of the garage is from this random cars that I like. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get started this garage tour. So the order of this garage is not in any particular order. So the first car you're going to see is not going to be the first car that I bought. This garage right here, the one that's attached to my apartment, is actually full of the cars that I actually do drive in free roam. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the Greenwood right here. The Greenwood, for those of you who don't remember, in San Andreas, this is actually Sweet's car. The blue car is parked out in front of his house, and you use it during missions. Yeah, this is actually Sweet's car. I didn't make it look like his, obviously. It's more of a red. Actually, if you guys didn't watch my other videos, my $30 million spending spree, this is one of the vehicles I bought for that video. And I really do like this finished paint job. I added the bloomers in the back, and this is actually an Amani Tech vehicle, and meaning that it's explosive resistant, and you can also add the honing missile jammer onto it, meaning you won't be attacked by oppressors, or you can actually survive an attack from oppressors, or any other vehicle that has honing missiles. Actually, I believe those are the stock rims, and yeah, I really like this color. I don't know what color combination this is, like what color red this is with the pearlescent. I'm not sure what it is, but I really do like it a lot. But yeah, there it is, the Bravado Greenwood. And then over here we have the new Lamborghini that was advertised when the DLC was actually first announced. It's called the Pagani Torero XO. Torero XO, I guess you pronounce it that way. The Pagani Torero XO. And this is a pretty expensive car. I'm not sure how it does in races, to be honest. I haven't used it. I really stick to the Krieger. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan of those rims. Might change them. But yeah, I got the peach orange, I believe. Well, this is like a crew color, actually. You're not going to find it in the mod shop. This is the crew color. And I made it like a peach orange almost with a white stripes livery. I'm not sure what his name is livery is. And the headlights for this car do pop up. And yeah, this is one of my favorite cars from this DLC. There are a lot of cars I don't like from this DLC, but this has to be like one of my favorites. And yeah, I should probably change that to match with the primary color, the little black stripe. I'm not sure what that's called, the forged stripe, I guess you call it in game. But yeah, there's not much more to say about this car. Let's move on to the next one, that being the Lampadati Corsita, the Lampadati Corsita, which is based off of a Maserati. I'm not sure what kind. This is another crew color. I don't know what kind. I believe it's kind of like a pink with either as an orange or a gold pearlescent. But yeah, I really like the color of this car, actually, especially with the pearlescent. It just looks really nice. But I'm not sure what exact hex code I use for the crew color for this car, but I really do like this color a lot. And yeah, not much to say about this. this isn't really that fast. Like, it is fast, but it's not gonna win you races, but it is pretty fast for what it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next car. This car right here, this is the Pontiac Trans Am, or in-game it's called the Ruiner ZZ8 Impante. And yeah, it's a very tunable car, a lot of customizations to it. It's not going to look good if you just leave it stock, so you should just customize it. And I gave it, I believe this is a lava red paint job. I could be wrong. I know you have to unlock lava red, so I might have just slapped like a red of orange pearlescent. I'm not too sure what this paint job is. These are stock rims, and yeah, I really do like this car a lot. This is a nice car to like just drive around in. And yeah, it's not much more to say about this car. I did not like the color of the headlights when I first bought it. The stock headlights just didn't feel right with it, because the headlights were white, and the Xeon headlights, obviously, those are gonna be like a white bluish, and it didn't feel like it would fit the car. So I took it to my Arena War workshop. I made the headlights yellow instead of white. But yeah, I really do like this car, and if you guys like cars you can like mod a lot and it's a muscle car, go ahead and buy this one. But let's move on to this one. This is like a long awaited car. We've been waiting for a Camaro to be in GTA for like 10 years since like launch. We've always had a Mustang, we've always had a Challenger, but we've never had a Camaro. And we've always had a Charger. We had those three, but we never had a Camaro until now. That being the Pajero ZX. I understand that GTA Plus players actually got the Camaro for free, and that really upset me, because I actually had to pay money for this. But granted, you know, I have a lot of money in GTA. It's just a fact I had to pay almost $2 million for this, and I really am happy how this car came out, how the developers designed it, and also how I modified it. I'm not sure what the primary blue is. It could be, oh man, a Mariner, a Harbor Blue, something like that, with a blue pearlescent, so it kind of pops out. It's not just like a bland blue. I got the white striped livery. I'm not sure what the name of that livery is. I know these are not stock rims, but I'm not sure what the rims are called. I got the louvers in the back, so I don't get shot when I'm driving. Yeah, I don't want to go on this side because I don't want to like accidentally walk out of my garage. But yeah, this is my Camaro. You know, I actually love driving around in this. Granted, I don't get a lot of protection in this car. One lock-on missile can kill me. So if you want to have a nice muscle car and be able to be safe GTA, I do recommend the Buffalo STX. But this is such a nice looking car, honestly. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the garage. Alright, I had a jump cut. I didn't want to like show all the other cars on accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you guys to see them before I show them. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you what the cars is. So let's go ahead and show off the Dinka Postlude, which obviously with that name and design, this is based off of a first gen, Honda Prelude, and this is a crew color, of course. I'm not sure what kind of, you can call this a mint green crew color, I guess, but I have a mint green Lamborghini, and it's not the same color as this. It looks very similar, but it's not. And I believe it's like this is either a gasoline green or a type of blue pearlescent. Then I got the white rims. I got the San Andreas livery for it. And I don't really like this car. I know the Honda Prelude has its fans, but to me, this car it doesn't look that great to me. I don't know. That's just me. But it was a fun car to customize. But other than that, not much really more to say about that car. But let's move on to the next car, that being the Kanjo SJ. I made a whole video about this because Rockstar delayed this car for 2 weeks. That really aggravated me. And yeah, this is actually a really nice car. I tried to make it like a really, really light green. The lightest I could have gotten, I had to like go to the crew color because this is obviously a crew color. But what I did was I went to lime green, and I made the lime green as pale and pastel as possible. So I got this. I added a white pearlescent, as you can see. But yeah, I really do like this car. I gave it black rims. I really, really wish this livery was on a lot of other cars besides this one. It looks good on this one, but I feel like this livery could be incorporated with a lot of cars. The San Andreas with the Japanese lettering with the waves. That looks really nice. And yeah, this is the Kanjo SJ. I think it's better than the original Kanjo that came with the game. Well, it didn't come with the game. It came with the Casino Heist update. and I believe this is like the better looking Civic because the other Kanjo was a hatchback, which is I don't like hatchbacks, but I made an exception for that. And this is more of a coupe, and I really do like this one a lot. You can also model it after the Civics from Fast and Furious 1. You know, the black Civics with the lime green underglow. But yeah, I really like this car a lot. I like driving around with it. This is like one of the cars I drive around with most from the Criminal Enterprise DLC. And surprisingly, I was actually looking more forward to this car than the Camaro. But let's move on to the Sentinel. This is a mouthful, so I'm gonna read it. The Sentinel Classic Wide Body. That is a mouthful, and it is a wide body, and it is one of the cheaper cars. I believe this car without the wide body variant customization is like $600,000, and to convert it to the wide body, it's another $600,000. But if you already own the Sentinel, you just slap on the conversion, and it's like it's only gonna cost you $600,000. Funny enough is, in 2020 when the Cayo Perico Heist came out, the first week that the Cayo Perico Heist update came out, they were giving away the Sentinel for free. So I bought myself one because I already own the Zion Classic, so I decided to get the Sentinel Classic to, like, I guess match. But yeah, this one looks really nice, you know, wide body, of course. Got the black stripe livery. I'm not sure what those rims are called. Got the black secondary with the ultra blue, with the blue pearlescent, and I got the louvers in the back. Got the little lose my train of thought here. My spoiler. Sorry about that. And I believe you can customize the mirrors. I'm not too sure. And I know you can change like the interior of this car. Obviously, it is a Benny's car. I don't think I changed much. I can't aim my camera down any lower. But yeah, this is the interior. But yeah, let's go ahead and get out the car. Don't look at the other car. Okay. And moving on to the 10F. This is another long-awaited vehicle. Players were waiting so long for like a proper Audi to be added to GTA. We did have the 9F, but it didn't look that much like the Audi in real life. So Rockstar decided to add this to basically correct this mistake. And this is a Shafter purple with a blue pearlescent with the German flag livery. Got the interior, it's like a type of brown. I'm not sure what kind of brown it is. I think these are stock rims. I'm pretty sure they are. And you got the engine in the back. I find that really funny that the engine's in the back because, like, I know that's how it is in real life, and the trunk's in the front. But it's like, why doesn't Rockstar incorporate something with that? Like, you got the trunk in the front. You know, if you want to pay that much attention to detail, you know, let us put stuff in the trunk. You know, like put our guns in the trunk. I don't know, something you can do with the car, I guess, with the trunk. I don't know what they would have to add to that, but yeah, let's move on to the 10F wide body. This is another Benny's conversion, and this is not a separate vehicle. You gotta buy the 10F again if you want to have the wide body. That's what I did. I bought the 10F twice, and then I added the wide body, and I made it a dark blue with a dark blue pearlescent. So this is a really, really dark car. It almost looks black at this angle, but you walk up to it, it's dark blue. Got the red stripe livery. Got the rims with the blue, as you can see right there. Still chrome with the blue. Yeah. And that's basically my entire garage. And what I really like about this garage is how the colors kind of bounce off of each other. Like how I have all the cars positioned, you know, like the colors really do complement them each other, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the last garage where I have the rest of my Criminal Enterprise DLC cars. Alright, so we're here at the last garage, and what I find really frustrating with the Criminal Enterprise DLC, not only did they not add any more properties to buy, I was expecting to be able to buy a office in the IAA building, considering that they advertised it as an IAA DLC, whatever. But what I find really frustrating is not only can I not buy new property that DLC, there is also no new garage space added. So if you're out of garage space for this DLC, you know, like the DLC drops and you have no garage space, you're basically fucked. So thankfully that wasn't the case for me. So I still had room in this garage for these cars that I really don't drive, but I did have fun customizing, and they do look good enough to buy, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started with the Briosu 300 wide body. Now this car I already owned. It was obviously it wasn't a wide body. This car came out with Cayo Perico DLC, and I had it like as a beige color with no roof. And I didn't drive it that much, and I didn't like the look of it. Like, I never wanted to, sell it, but I just didn't like the look of it. But I liked how it fit well in my classic garage. But anyways, when this came out, when the wide body was drip fed, I got the one I already owned, and I converted it and made it this. And I find it really dumb that this is a drip fed vehicle because, like I said earlier in the video, all the Benny's vehicles that you can convert at Benny's, obviously, if they're already in the game, what's the point in making you wait for it to be drip fed? They're already in the game, so may as well, add the wide body variant on day one instead of drip feeding it for like 5 weeks. But yeah, I really do like how this turned out. I really like the delivery on this. I believe this color looks really, really nice on this. Not much to say about the interior. I don't believe I changed a lot in the interior or anything in the interior, but I really do like how this car looks. I don't drive it that much, but I really do like how it looks in general. But yeah, that's the Briosu 300 wide body variant, and I really do like it. So let's move on to the next car, that being this car. This is the Weevil Custom, and this came out around Halloween. So obviously I made it as Halloween as possible. I made it look like a jack-o'-lantern almost. We see the yellow rims, the orange with the rust and the spikes and the skull. And as you can see, if I get in the car, as you can see right here, as you see the steering wheel, it's like a chain almost. I really like what I did with the interior also. But yeah, this is a really nice car. It's such a fun car. It's also really fun to drift around in and stuff. And I just love dressing up as like a character in the game, and it's driving around in this car around Halloween, especially during that nighttime that stupid filter came on. And as you see right here, you got all pipes for the exhaust. It's such a nice car. It's just like you turn this into like a cool off-roader, but I just wanted to make this car match with the theme of Halloween as much as possible. But yeah, I really am proud of what I did with this car, honestly. But yeah, let's move on to the next car, being the Omnis. What is this? The Omnis EGT. This is basically an electric car Audi. I think it's kind of a hatchback, but not really. And I really like this color. I don't like the secondary. I might change the secondary to black. I try to make the secondary match the livery, but it just doesn't look good. So I might just make it black. The rims, I'm pretty sure it goes to stock. I'm not sure. And yeah, this is basically it. This is a very fast car, and this is an electric car, obviously. So when you're driving this car, it makes absolutely zero noises. You're just going to hear a the whole way. And yeah, this is a pretty cool car. I like the headlights. It's better than the Audi we got with the tuners update. The Tailgater 9. What was it? Tailgater 9F or something like that. I just didn't like how that car looked. It's such a better looking car, to be honest. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about the Omnis EGT. But yeah, let's move on to the next car. That car being the Benefactor SM722. So that's a mouthful, and it's a weird looking car. Not even gonna lie. It has a nice luxury feel to it, but it's not. I'm not gonna whip this around town like every day. It's not gonna be my daily driving car. But I like this color, the silver, the red, the secondary. When I originally got this car, it was the same color as my Camaro, and I don't like having my cars being the same color. So I was like, you know what? It's kind of like that situation when two girls show up to a party and they're both dressed in the same outfit, and it's like, yeah, one of us are gonna have to change, So that's kind of what I did with this Mercedes right here. I changed it to a silver. I think it looks a lot better than when it had blue. I love this interior. It's so detailed because there's no roof option. So the first thing you're going to see when you get in the car is going to be the interior. As you can see, like, there's no roof to hide the interior. I really wish Rockstar put this much detail into car interiors like they do with other cars. Because, like, comparing this interior, look how good that. Look at the stick shift, or not the gear shift, whatever. Look at the gear shift. Look at the steering wheel. Look at the seats. Look at the radio. Look at all that, and then look over here at the Omnis. It's like, it's no competition which one's the better looking one. This is like all pixels essentially. And this one actually looks like it's like 3-dimensional. It actually has depth to it, you know? And you even got the benefactor logo between the seats. This is such a nice looking car. This is a drive around. It's a very luxury car. It's not gonna be everyone's favorite, you know? It's not gonna be like a supercar or like a sports car or a muscle car or JDM. But it is a nice car, I'll give it that. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next car. And the next car, being the final car actually, it's the Classe Dragor. No clue what the hell this is based off of. My guess, it's like a concept electric car. It's probably like a concept electric Ford F-150. I could be wrong. I don't really know my trucks like that. But yeah, this has potential to be such a good off-road car in GTA. There's also the option to take away the doors. These are the only doors you actually get with the car when you're customizing. And it comes without doors as default. And over here at the bed of the truck, it's filled up with tires, but that's like a cosmetic thing through customization. Because normally it's just, there's nothing in there, but you can't stand in the bed of the truck, of this truck actually, like you can of like a regular old truck, you know? But I like I like the color of this car, honestly. I believe this is like a type of, what is this? A dark green? I don't know what green this is, but I know the pearlescent is clearly brown. But yeah, I do like this car a lot. This is like one of the first drip-fed vehicles in the game. Those are, I believe, stock rims, and yeah, that's basically all I really gotta say about this truck. But yeah, this one last look at this garage, and yeah, this is these are all the vehicles I bought from the Criminal Enterprise DLC. And honestly, it kind of sucks that the Criminal Enterprise DLC was such a small update, and how they just milked the ever-living shit out of the drip feed. Like, oh my god, like, we had to wait weeks on end for cars to drop. There's times where it went 2 weeks and the cars didn't release, and that was just ridiculous. But honestly, I'm just glad the drip feed's over, and hopefully the next DLC we have even better cars. Not saying these cars are bad, because even though these cars are in this garage, I do like them a lot. But yeah, if you guys did go on and enjoy this garage tour and my showcase of all the Criminal Enterprise DLC cars that I bought, a like and a comment would be appreciated. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I do plan on doing a showcase of the next DLC with their cars when the drip feed of that DLC is done. But yeah, with all that out of the way, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.